Okay, now I'm going to continue the second part. I cut out my butterflies and I made two different designs. This, I used my Stampin' Up! Chalk, and then I used these Fantastics. There's a blunt edge and a pointy edge, and I just used them to draw some of the characteristics of the butterfly. And I always started, when I was doing the wings, I would start towards the middle and chalk outwards and then blend outwards as well. And you don't have to use chalk. You can use stickers, or you can use layered die cuts that are two different colors, or you can cut it out of the pattern, whatever you feel like. You can use stickles, Copics, anything. Then I took Making Memories wire, and I made the antenna. And I used, because I do jewelry, I use these round pliers to curl the antenna around, but you don't have to do that. You can probably just wrap it around the edge of a toothpick or anything that you've got in your scrap room. There's three of this design. There's a large, medium, and small, and then of this design there's just two that are kind of similar in size. And for this design, I just drew kind of like some teardrop shapes on each section of the wings, and then I just drew, with the pointy edge, I just took the chalk and drew out from the teardrop, kind of like you would like eyelashes on an eye, and then I just smudged it a little bit to look like the design on the butterfly. So this large one is going to fit up here like so. And then I'm going to put this next size about here, and you can overlap on the writing. Then I'm going to put the little baby one down here. Then I'm going to put this medium-sized butterfly down here, and this other one over here. So I have, you always want odd numbers, so I have 3 and 2 down here. Month of May, and I've cut squares out at 1.5 by 1.5 inches, and I've distressed the edges with antique linen. I went ahead and stamped with chocolate chip the numbers on it, and I made a dot on here just so for the purpose of the video, so I would know where to start. And for these, I'm going to do them kind of wonky on here. Mother's Day, I cut out a flower, used the real red to distress the edges, and used some stickles to put a dot or two on there, and fruit punch color. So we'll be putting the rest on here. And I did the removable adhesive because I wanted to play around with where I wanted these, because they're not an exact science, and so I don't want to be pushing them down to have them in a permanent spot. National Correctional Officers Week starts the 2nd of May. It was started by President Reagan. I distressed it with only orange, and I used orange stickles to put little dots on it. So that will go so. My husband happens to be a correctional officer, so I wanted to make sure that we honored that for him. And it's a little tricky. I had this all worked out here. There we go. It looked really nice before. So it kind of creates a neat little design. And of course, Memorial Day is on the 30th, and that is another flower distressed with the real red. The 3rd of May is National Teachers Day. I used the broken china to distress the edges, and then I used the turquoise stickles to do the little dots. So this is the day when, if you have children or if you're a teacher, there's going to be some school-themed and teacher-themed gifts being passed around there possibly. On the 17th is Buddha Day for those crafters that are believe in the teachings of Buddha. And we all know that you get some really great quotes from that faith as well in the 31st. This week doesn't have a lot going on here for me. Let's see, 1, 2, so it'll go this way. I was just going to show you a fun little trick to figure out how many days there are in each month. So some people use that trick where you have a little rhyme, and I can't even remember the rhyme. but I use my fist, and I start with January because the knuckles are all the months that have 31 days. So it would go January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So all of the months that are on knuckles have 31, and all the ones down in the valleys have, well, of course, February, 29, 28, but the rest have 30. The 5th of May is National Day of Prayer. And the 12th of May for me is my daughter's 4th birthday. I just used the little birthday cutout that I had with my gypsy and cut it out with my expression. But you can use any cartridge that's got a little cake on it. There are tons of them out there. So, let's see, this week didn't have much going on for me either. And so, you know, I picked a paper that was good to write on, in case something funny happened, because I have a newborn baby, and so I'll be writing down things like, you know, said mommy or daddy, or walked for the first time, and so I want to be able to have room to do this. And see, I've kind of come up with a little bit of extra room over here, and that's why I put these on the removable, because I want to go through and make it look really good. Armed Forces Day is the 21st of May, and there we've got the 28th of May. So I have my days on there of the month, and at the bottom what I did is I just took my ruler and my white chalk pen, and I just made a bunch of lines and wrote notes on there for just any longer type of things that I want to remember, or stories, or just anything special. I took my Gypsy Wandering font, I believe it's called, and cut out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I did the regular size font, and then I did the shadow. I ran it through my 1.5 inch Create a Sticker Xyron machine that or not machine, but I guess it's just a tool, sticker tool that I got at Walmart. And then once I did the regular font size, I went in and stuck them on top of the shadow, and I used the orange kind of color from the top page and the green color from the top page, and so the S of course would be for Sunday, and I'm just going to put them lightly on here because I may want to move them around, and then Monday, and then you can do them wonky or you can do them straight, so then I can do the rest of the week there. I just wanted to leave time to show you the top of the month. That's why I'm kind of going through this at a faster rate. I also found a nice quote from Flair Designs Clear Stickers. It's number CS095, Scripture Quotes, Clear Cut Stickers with Flair it's called. I found these online, and I probably just stick it down here. I did distress the edges a little bit so it would pop off the page. I am probably going to go back through and take these and the flowers and my daughter's little cake and use pop dots to bring them up off of the page. So I went through and I just did some finishing touches on the top page. I went ahead and did the definitions in the pop dots. The butterflies, I used the pop dots to bring them off the page. I went back and put some stickles on some of the details of the pink butterflies. Then I went through and stamped. I put a flower stamp up here in the orange color, and then I put live with the chocolate chip, laugh with, I believe I used real red or one of the pinks in there. I think it looks more pink. It's not, I don't think it's real red. I stamped 2011 on a little piece there and distressed it and stuck it under May. May, I left a little bit of it unglued so I could tuck the 3x3 picture right under here. Then I also did and love using the broken china and then the only orange, and then up here in the brown chocolate chip I stamped imagine. So that finished up the top page, and it will look basically, let's see if I can kind of fit them together here, kind of run together like that at the seam of the calendar. So that is the month of May from Natalie McBroom at Timeless Legacy Designs. I hope I've inspired you to make a really great calendar, or even just a layout if that's all you wanted to do. And know that some of these pages that look kind of complicated are really not that complicated, and you can scrap lift some designs, obviously. I hope that you all have a really great 2011 and come back and visit my blog for other projects I have. I'm going to be posting really soon a little blog handy for having over 100 posters, and this last Christmas week has been so busy that I hope to finally get that up here in the next couple days. Have a great time going over to all the other blogs, and I hope that some of you will come back and let me know what you've made from what I've inspired you to do. Take care.